Today we are going to fit a 09Design catch tank to a Ford Puma. Okay, first things first, before we get to the car, we're going to get the can ready to go on. So first up, I want to remove the dipstick. Just put that to one side for a minute. Screw the bottom off of the can. And now what we want to do, this plate here, 2mm Allen key. Just wind these screws out. Take that plate off. Now, you get your foam, which comes with the kit. Slide the first one in, it's shaped, you can see it's the one that's got a buttock on it, like that. And then the second one has got a hole in it. So what you need to do is to line that up with the hole for the dipstick. So you can see the hole all the way through. And then the plate goes back on, again, noting where the hole for the dipstick is. Screws back in. As with anything, start all of the screws first before you tighten any. Otherwise you'll probably struggle to get them in. Bear in mind this is a 2mm hex and a 3mm thread, so they do not need to be tight. It's literally just a nip, that's it. If you go any tighter, you'll strip the thread or you'll strip the hex, and then you'll never get it apart if you need to service it. Okay, now that's done, screw the can back together. Okay, that's the first bit done. So next up, we're going to screw the connectors for the pipes in. Before you do this, it's a good idea, because there's an O-ring on there which sits on a tapered seat, put some kind of lubricant on it. We're using a DuPont lubricant. This is specifically for O-rings. If you haven't got something like this, anything WD-40, just something just to stop the O-ring from pinching during assembly. Literally just a smear on there. Just O-rings, if they put on dry, if it's going into something dry, they can pinch. And we obviously don't want it to leak. Now, let's screw the connectors into the can. Just get them started by hand. And then 12mm spanner. Across there is flats, so you can get spanner on it. Try not to use a spanner with, like some of the snap-on ones, they have ridges on them so it grips the nuts better. Try not to use those because it will mark. This is soft aluminium. So a nice smooth-edged one. And you literally just want to pinch. Again, it's aluminium into aluminium. It doesn't need to be very, very tight. So literally just a nip is fine. Okay, that's the top one done. And then dipstick back in. This is where you find out whether you've lined up the foam and the plate correctly. Okay, that's the first bit ready to go. Wipe your greasy handprints off of it. Okay, next up, we're going to take the bracket and we're going to mount the can onto the bracket. So it only goes on one way, it's got the cutout for the dipsticks, relatively straightforward. And then 4 countersunk screws that come with it. You can see they've got Loctite on them. And then you need a 3mm Allen key. And again, leave that one there. Get all 4 of the screws started before you tighten any of them. That doesn't just apply to this, that's good practice for anything. Okay, so that's the can ready to go on. Now we'll move over to the car and we'll take the old bits off. Okay, so first up, we just need to remove the engine cover. As with most of these, this one's absolutely destroyed. Only somebody made a replacement. Okay, so next we need to remove this pipe here. There's the 09 can sits between this connector and this connector. So to remove these, if you can see, you simply pull the blue tab across and it pulls off. This one's underneath, but you get the front one off first. You can spin it round to get to the tab. There you go, put that somewhere safe. Okay, next up we need to remove 2 of the nuts off of the engine mount using the tool that I've left over there. Okay, so the catch can bracket mounts off of the engine mount bracket, and to do that we need to remove this nut here and this nut here, and only that nut and that nut. I cannot emphasize enough, do not take all 4 nuts off, your engine will fall out. I am not exaggerating. Okay, so to get in there, this pipe is in the way. This is an aircon pipe. Do not, however tempting it is, do not try and pull this or move it out the way. This is high pressure, free on gas. If you tweak that and move it, break it, split the pipe, you will get a face full of the gas. It's unpleasant, don't do it. What you want is a wobbly socket instead. Okay, so I'll crack this one off. Ah, that's tight. Yeah, haven't had my Weetabix. Okay, bigger ratchet, 1/2-inch ratchet, still with a wobbly. Okay, crack that off. Crack this one off. We'll switch back to a 3/8 ratchet now. These nuts are an 18mm hex. I can't remember if I said that or not, but I've told you twice now, maybe. Okay, right. So we'll just take those nuts off, put them somewhere safe. And again, just those 2. Do not touch these ones. Okay, next we need to make a bit of clearance so that we can get the catch can itself in. So we're going to remove the header tank. If you haven't taken one of these out before, believe it or not, you don't need any tools. It is literally just on a clip. So you need to very firmly pull up. There's one clip at this side and there's one clip at the back. So we pull that up and that is it removed. If you look down here, the hose has got a little clip on it which clips onto the neck of the washer bottle. We just need to pull that off as well. And it's fiddly, but you can jiggle it up and out the way. Don't need to disconnect any hoses or anything like that. There's enough length on it, it can just sit up there out the way for the moment. So now, time to put the can in. So, down into the gap we've just made. And the bracket sits on top of the 2 nuts that we've just removed. Just here. And then if you go in your bag of bits that come with the can, you get a spacer and a bolt. So the spacer sits behind here, bolt goes through, and then there is a thread in the cover here, which is, I think it's M10. So wind that in, just loosely for the minute. Then we're going to drop our original nuts back on. That again. Okay, so don't wind it all the way down just yet. Just get it down just so it's almost in contact with the bracket. Okay, so we've got the 2 nuts that are down there literally just on the surface, so there's still movement. The reason we're doing it like this is because we're tightening at 2 different angles. So we're tightening down that way and we're tightening that way. And what we want to make sure is if we tighten this first, and this is not lined up, then we tighten this one, it can put tension on the bracket, cause it to break, fracture, whatever. So what we want to do is that's almost in the right place. So we now get this one almost in the right place. And we'll wind this in so that this is in contact as well. And then we'll just gradually just tighten these ones just so that it pulls down square. There's no tension on the bracket, and it's not going to cause any breaks or fractures or anything. Grab yourself a torque wrench and the 2 top nuts, the 18mm hex ones. We're going to do those to 80 Newton meters. And then this one here is a 13mm hex on this one. This is the one that's supplied in the kit. We're going to do this to 50 Newton meters. Next up, grab your lube again. Just want a little smear. So what we're going to do is just put a little bit on here just to help the O-rings slide on nice. Don't want to go in dry. And then the 2 on the engine as well up here. Again, you don't need to go crazy. You don't need to use the fancy DuPont stuff like we are. You could just a smear of WD-40, whatever spray, just some kind of lubricant, not engine oil, but a clean lubricant. Okay, next up, grab your formed plastic lines. These have caps in them to keep them clean during transit, so just whip those out. And then these fit down into the engine. So you notice it goes underneath that cable. Be very careful, this is your fuel rail pressure sensor, so just be careful. So it's a little bit fiddly. Okay, so that just gets on. You'll know it's on because you'll hear a click. And then connect to the engine with a click. You just pull back against it just to make sure it's on there properly. So that's the first one. So that's connecting the engine through to the top of the can. And then we take our second pipe. Take the okay, so we put the second one in. So again, that runs underneath here as well. You don't need to disconnect the connector, it does fit. Just say be very careful you don't pull on the wires. We'll connect this end first. So again, push her on, listen for the click, and just pull back against it, make sure it's over the barb. And then finally, up on here, we connect to the inlet manifold. Wait for the click. There you go, nice and secure. Make sure it's not rubbing anywhere. It sits as it comes around the sensor here. Make sure it's not touching on anything. It's all good. Next up, we're going to put the header tank back. So again, it's a little bit fiddly. It does fit through the hole. And to position it over the clips. Don't start pushing down until you've got it lined up on both of them, because if it goes on one and not the other, you'll end up fighting it. So gently push it down. Positive click, you'll see it, the tab just comes out the top, so you know it's fully in. Believe it or not, that is how it sits. Very important bit, if you look down here, so this hose here has a clip on it which connects into the washer bottle. If you remember, we took that off at the beginning. Very, very important that this clips back on in place like that, because if it sits off like that, it will rub on the alternator pulley here and you'll find yourself with a water leak. So do not forget to clip that back onto there. Next up, grab your engine cover, what's left of it, and simply click back into place, and job done.